Good morning. Welcome to the 9th Annual Conference, Kolkata IDST branch. We are starting the conference today with the quiz called the Quiz Rodent, whereby participants from different colleges are going to be in this quiz, and let's see who wins. Thanks.
The idea was we got to this first event of the 9th conference, that's the quiz.
টেম্পোরারি এখানে একটা প্লে দেবো হ্যাঁ দিতে পারবো নাহলে না ভালো সামনে এটার মধ্যে রাখছি আমাদের ব্যাগ থেকে
very simple. It's going to be as of now we planned it for 6 rounds. Hopefully we'll have time enough to complete 6 rounds. And there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. Okay. So starting from A, B, C, D, E, F. There are going to be questions coming to you with 4 answers. It's going to be MCQ types, and you're going to choose one out of them. Okay? So it's a direct question because you're going to have MCQ, so it does not go on to the next team. Right? So the question coming for team A would be answered only by team A. If you fail, it goes out to the audience. So that will be audience to make the answer. And then the next question goes to team B. Okay? In that way. And we'll have a scorer who's going to let you know the scores at the end of each round. Is that clear? Right?
10 marks for the right answer, there will be no negative one.
No negative. Right. So could you please all introduce yourself and the college you come from?
Sujago Mukherjee, Dr. Arvind Medical College and Hospital.
Which are you all from?
I am Ethan.
Great.
Engineer Dr. RADC, England. Sridhar Shah, Dr. Arvind Medical College and Hospital, and England.
Pramali Goswami, Dr. Arvind Medical College and Hospital, England.
PN Pole, Dr. Arvind Dental College and Hospital, intern.
Munshi Kamrul Hassan, Dr. Arvind Dental College and Hospital, intern.
Deepshika Chaudhary, Haldia Institute of Dental Sciences and Research, intern.
Mohsina Hussain, Haldia Institute of Dental Sciences and Research, intern.
Rohan Sinha, Haldia Institute of Dental Sciences and Research, intern.
Devesh Nirendu, Haldia Institute of Dental Sciences and Research, intern.
Sudipto Rai, GIDSR, intern.
Mohammad Ashikur Rahman, GNIDSR, intern.
Okay, you have a time limit of 2 minutes for each question, okay? So the first question for team
We'll
A.
start with general dentistry, round 1. First question for team A.
Extracted teeth should be preserved in A, 10% alcohol, B, 10% hydrogen peroxide, C, povidone iodine solution, and D, normal saline. E, 10% formalin. B, 10% hydrogen peroxide, C, povidone iodine solution, and D, normal saline.
Answer is B, 10% hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, we'll go on to the next question. We'll just cancel this question. Okay. Teething problem, what you call. So that question stands cancelled. Question number B. That's for team number A. Question number 2. Sterilization is A, destruction of all pathogens. B, inhibition of growth of all microorganisms. C, removal of all forms of life. And D, all of the above. Sterilization is
C, removal of all forms of life.
correct answer. Correct answer. Team B, your question. If a tooth is considered to have grade 3 mobility, what is the likely extent of the mobility? A, just perceptible, slightly more than normal. B, greater than 1 millimeter in any horizontal direction. C, greater than 1 millimeter in any vertical direction. And D, greater than 1 millimeter in any horizontal and or vertical direction.
D, greater than 1 millimeter in horizontal and vertical direction.
Absolutely correct. 10 marks to you.
Next question.
Next question, team C. During history taking, a patient complains of pain. Which of the following characteristics of the pain complaint is least relevant? A, character of pain. B, site of pain. C, severity of pain. D, tolerance of pain. And E, radiation of the pain.
It's D, tolerance.
Full marks. To you, Haldia. Percussion gives information about A. Pulpal activity, B. Necros pulp, C. Pulp stones, and D. Acute periapical inflammation.
It's D, acute periapical inflammation.
10 marks to you as well. That's team E. The transfer of energy as it passes through living cells is called A. Reproduction, B. Cumulation, C. Mutation, D. Absorption, and E. Energize. Round 2 is from endodontics. First question to team A. Chelating agents EDTA removes A. Pulp tissue, B. Organic materials, C. Bacterial toxins, D. Calcified tissue, and E. All of the above.
D, calcified tissues.
Full marks to you. Second question to team B. When would the need of amputing a root of a multi-rooted tooth be considered? When would be the need of amputing a root of a multi-rooted tooth be considered? A. Extensive non-restorable root caries. B. Severe internal or external resorption. C. One root that has lost its alveolar bony support. D. Any of the above. E. None of the above.
D, any of the above.
Full marks to you. Next question to team C. While choosing an intracanal medicament, the following should be kept in mind. A. The location of the tooth. B. The proper technique of using chemical. C. The status of the pulp and periapical area before the start of the treatment. D. None of the above. E. All of the above.
It's C. The status of the pulp and periapical area.
Wrong answer. The question is open for the audience to try. Anybody from the audience?
And the other teams as well.
Which one, sir? Anybody else? Actually, anybody from the other teams as well? So two are already gone. So you've got 3 other options. It's an easy pick now. Yeah, exactly. It's all of the above. But I gave the answer myself, sir. I totally agree with you. I don't know how, the type of irrigation really matters to it. But then I've cross-checked with a couple of references. This was the answer for everybody. Okay. Team D. Which of the following is not a main reason for using rubber dam during root canal treatment? Which of the following is not a main reason for using rubber dam during root canal treatment? A. It provides retraction of soft tissues. B. Helps in managing an uncooperative patient. C. Protects the risk of inhalation or ingestion of endodontic instruments and irrigants. And D. Eliminates microbial contamination via saliva of the exposed root canal system. Remember, there's a catch in the question itself. Is not a main reason. It could be one of the associate reasons, but it's not a main reason. You don't have the entire day to yourself.
Manage an uncooperative patient.
Excellent.
Correct.
Full marks to you. Okay. The next question to team number E. The opening of the distal canal in lower molars is usually directed. The opening of the distal canals in lower molars is usually directly under A. The distal marginal ridge. B. The center of the tooth. C. The buccal groove. D. The palatal fissure. And E. The cusp of Carabelli.
B, the center of the tooth.
Correct. Full marks. Full marks. Can anybody tell me where do you find the cusp of Carabelli? It's not a quiz question, but very good. Excellent. So next question to team F. When preparing an access cavity, you find what appears to be the canal opening much earlier than expected. What might explain this? A. Incorrect measurement of the pre-operative radiograph. B. You have hit a horn. C. Internal resorption. And D. All of the above. Incorrect measurement of the pre-operative radiograph. B. You have hit a pulp horn. C. Internal resorption. And D. All of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above. No, you're wrong. It's open to the audience. Anybody in the audience? Very good. Option B is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Okay, could we have the scores, please? Okay, Team A with 20, Team B with 20, Team C with 10, Team D with 20, Team E with 10, and Team F with 10. So now things are getting a little bit more interesting. So we've got 3 teams tied up with 10 marks each, right? The next round is of orthodontics. Okay? The first question to Team A. Non-working interference usually occurs on the inner aspect of Dr. Bhattacharya, Anshuman, you're there, right? The non-working interference usually occurs on the inner aspect of A. Facial cusp of maxillary molars. B. Facial cusp of mandibular molars. C. Lingual cusp of mandibular molars. And D. Facial cusp of maxillary premolars.
C. Lingual cusp of mandibular molars.
No, it's wrong. Anybody in the audience? Sorry? No, this is it's open to the audience. Open for everybody for that matter. Correct. Facial cusp of mandibular molars. Okay. To determine whether to use a space maintainer or space regainer in an arch where there has been a premature primary molar loss, it is necessary to A. Analyze a cephalogram. B. Consult with an orthodontist. C. Perform a mixed dentition and study model analysis. And D. Measure tooth distance and missing tooth spaces on an intraoral radiograph. To determine whether to use the space maintainer or space regainer in an arch where there has been a premature primary molar loss, it is necessary to analyze a cephalogram. B. Consult with an orthodontist. C. Perform a mixed dentition and study model analysis. And D. Measure